So, before we start, which we are starting, thank you.
Welcome to the Intern Podcast.
Heck yeah.
You know, it's a pleasure. You know, we're going to be your host. Right? Don't think of us as host. Just think of us as, we're friends.
Friends.
That's good.
We're not.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah.
Don't get us confused.
Don't get
this guy.
No.
There's a line there, but it's like, we're going to blur that.
I'm pretty close to the line, I think.
I feel like you go over it.
You're right there. You're right there. It's
Yeah.
Out of the three of us, I think you cross the line more than the other two, generally speaking.
Mm-hmm. Just so for the people listening, I'm Boaz, of course.
Boaz?
Yes.
The greatest guest ever.
Yes.
Oh, you're not a guest?
No, I'm a regular. I'm a host. And then your name is?
Jordan, obviously.
Of course. So Boaz, Jordan.
I don't understand Jordan, but I guess we're just going to walk past that.
Yeah.
You don't understand my name? That seems...
I understand Boaz. I know this guy.
Yeah. Jordan, his mom picked that name, so I don't know why you're like...
Oh, gotcha.
You're having a lot of issues
I
with
didn't
it.
know. You didn't say.
It's fine. It's okay.
Again, that's why I like that line of Fred. Anyway.
Okay. You know what? We should probably explain...
Steve.
Yeah, we should probably
Steve.
explain why you're Steve and not Milkman.
Well, let's tell the Milkman story first, and then we can...
For the record, that's what he calls you. I don't ever call you Milkman. It's always just Steve.
Here's the thing, though. When I say Milkman and everyone knows that it's him, you're
right.
He looks like a Steve, though. He could be on Blue's Clues.
Is that a compliment? Do you consider that a compliment? Does it make you happy to be on a child's TV show?
I would love to be adored by children.
See, children love
Interesting. That's a weird answer. Okay, here's what I will say. The Milkman story. Do you remember how Milkman started?
I don't. I don't.
So we are in the library. Okay.
Wait,
I thought it was in material science class.
No,
it was before that. Okay.
You brought me into the first study group with the broskies. All right.
Okay.
First study group. We walk in there. It is you, Steve. I'm reading off the list here. Rebecca, and who else was it? Oh, Sam.
Oh.
All of us were in the room. Okay. We're all talking. I come up with, and I will say I did come up with it ahead of time because you called me on that. I came up with a comeback ahead of time.
Oh, that's right.
Before you even said anything.
Okay.
I don't even know what he was about to say. I legitimately don't. He was talking to someone else. I'm just standing here looking directly at him. He turns over to me and he goes, hey, he's like, hey, Jordan. And I was like, you look like somebody that drinks milk straight. Just right in the eyes. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
He does, though.
And I was like, yeah, you definitely came up with that beforehand.
Exactly. I did. I'll give you that.
So you were just sitting there thinking about what to say in case of anyone or in case of,
him.
No, me
specifically.
yeah.
Him specifically. I would
right.
not have said that to someone else.
No.
I wouldn't have said that to you. Part of it was because it was true. I was looking at him and I was like, the first thought that came into my head was my cousin who drinks milk. Two of my cousins who just drink tons of milk look just like you. And so I'm looking at you and I'm thinking, I'm associating someone who drinks a lot of milk. And so
I thought it was coming from the fact that if you were in a costume, you could look like you're from the 1950s, like a milk delivery guy. I was like,
well, he does also.
That, and it was like, he could look like he...
You do realize those are black and white photos, right? You're just saying that because he's white.
Whoa, now we don't have to go there with it. Anyway.
Let's not take this too far.
Cancel!
You're only canceled if you believe in it.
Oh, okay.
Like ghosts, monsters, and Sasquatch.
I don't believe in it, Steve. Anyway.
Do you believe in Steve?
Steve believes in you.
See, kids show. Steve believes in you.
That's not bad.
That's good. That's like.
Is that the name of the show or is that the intro to the show?
That's the outro.
That's the outro.
And remember,
kids. Steve believes in you. That's okay. All right.
It's like we all just gotta look.
Here's the question though. What does Steve do? Is this like a Bob the Builder situation?
No, I thought it was like just
detective.
I thought Steve would just sit down on the couch.
I think it was like a Blue's Clues type of deal.
Steve sits down on the couch and he's just like, "Oh, hi, friends."
Maybe like a cross between Mr. Rogers and Blue's Clues.
Interesting.
Starts calling the color blue. Have you ever been blue before? Blue can mean sad. I've been blue before, but that's all right.
I think you need to stop talking. And you need to be nowhere near a kid's TV show.
That was good content. Good content. I would go down the record sing.
Blue before?
Have you ever been strangled? Do you fear walking alone at night? Because you will now.
Red means
But don't fear death.
Don't fear death. It's not that scary.
Because Steve's going to be right there.
Are you scared of the sounds under your bed? You should be. You just instill fear in them slowly.
And Steve
Is that what you're going to do with your
believes in
kids?
you.
Steve believes in you.
Jordan, that's what you're going to do with your kids? You're just going to be like,
Probably. Yeah.
I always make the joke with Jordan. It was like his kids just going to come to me and he didn't want. I know. Shh, I know. He said blah, blah, blah to me. It's like, okay, I know. Shh. He was doing that before you're born. It's not you. So, yeah. Anyway, child services.
I feel like my kids are going to come to me and they're going to be like, having been in an argument, and they're going to be like, oh, Dave hit me. And I'm going to be like, well, why didn't you hit Dave back? Like, no. I noticed that you're the only one with a black eye. Dave seems fine right now. So why are you coming to me?
He's double your age, but that doesn't mean
stop.
You're going to go
for his kneecaps.
As an engineer, I'm just seeing the results of what you did and the results of what the other kid did. And
one person's actions ended up with useful outcomes.
Right.
One person is crying in front of me right now and looks like a tiny child.
Which one are you? So let's reevaluate what you did wrong
Exactly.
and like try to.
You're 4-year-olds now. You have to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Go for the kneecaps. Chew them off.
Dang.
Okay.
They're pretty tasty.
Dang, Steve.
And
chew their kneecaps off?
it's effective.
That's what he said.
It's extremely painful. How long do
for
you
both
have?
parties, probably. Yeah.
You're getting kneed in the face the whole time. There's like blood coming down your face. There's
You don't
no
need
teeth. Well, they're kids. They'll grow new ones.
Right. They'll grow. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. What would you
terrible
think?
parents.
What
It's
would you think
effective
if, for the rest of your life you
teeth
could
attack.
just keep regrowing your teeth?
That sounds really painful.
It does.
No.
It's
you
like
get the
wisdom
option.
teeth,
Like they
but-
don't
the
keep
option.
falling out. Like
Oh.
if one gets punched out, right? Then
You can just
another one
regrow
will
a new one?
Yeah, another one will grow in.
I mean, it's cool, but like, where would they be stored? Like biologically?
I don't ask those questions. All right, that's not the question.
Leave it to an engineer to bring biology into it. It's like take
Look.
a hypothetical scenario and like
We are engineer. Like, we should be thinking
true.
about these
mechanical
things.
mechanical engineering.
I don't know how they let you in, but
Speaking of which, have you ever been in class before? It's just like how did this kid make it this far in the program? Like they talk about the first years of engineering
Oh.
school. It's like,
All right.
I mean,
What did you think about me the first time?
Oh, I thought I was
we don't
like,
talk about that.
I'm not gonna lie. The first time I met Steve, I was like, no, this kid looks like he belongs in engineering school.
Interesting.
I was like,
Yeah, and then you
Classic
realized.
there, all this stuff was there. I feel there's signs that you're an engineer. If you have every engineer has that one habit that they keep constant in their whole life. Like there's one kid in our class, he's had the same haircut since middle school. I don't know. I feel like other kids just have their own thing. They'll eat the same type of food every day.
Keep going. I'm all of these so
Yes,
far.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You checked all the boxes.
Here's the question though: why, if
I
we
like
don't like
consistency.
change, then why are we engineers? That's
I feel
literally
like
all we're trying to do.
I've always said I want to be an engineer because I don't like being bored. It's like I don't know.
It's still such an odd.
I feel like other careers can be just very like the same thing every day. It's like
Oh,
punch in,
yeah, no,
punch out.
100%.
That's true.
And then I feel like engineering. I mean, not all engineering projects are the most unique, but
Right.
having that like becoming an expert in the field and be like, oh, no one else knows how to like. It's never been done before, so it's like you totally have to figure out, even if it's a small thing.
Like yeah, that's the dream at least. But like in actuality, I think we've all learned that that's
It's
not
very-
exact.
yeah.
That's not
No.
really the case.
Yeah,
For at least for a while.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, there's definitely a lot of different facets of engineers. I mean, some of us like we're working on stuff all day long. Like the actual math, we're not really doing a lot. Like structural
Which is-
engineers is a whole different
Which
thing.
I don't know how that's a thing. It's like when I work, it's like we barely do any number crunching. It's
Yeah.
just like, how long is it? Oh, it's 6 feet. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's like, that's about.
I mean, we're using the sort of the engineering brain, but as far as the math goes,
Well, I think we're using a lot of the concepts that we learned in those
Yeah.
math classes, and then that were translated into like the fluids and the thermodynamics and all that. So like a lot of the terms just come up all the time at work, and I'm like,
That's
I know what that is because of school, but not like I don't remember the specific equation, and I don't really need to.
do you do any structural analysis?
I know people who do.
Okay.
I'm a very
What are you doing day to day?
I'm doing fluid. I'm working with fluid fuel tanks. Sorry.
That's horrible.
Fluid dynamics, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Heat transfer, which I haven't taken yet, which is an interesting situation to be in. Yeah.
Are you doing simulating, CAD,
Yes.
hand calculations?
No hand calculations.
You can't have a paper trail.
I mean, I've only been there a couple weeks, but since I've been there, I've done a lot of simulation stuff.
Okay.
And that was more of like short term, because that project, I've only been there like a little over 2 weeks. So I've in like the first week, we had like, we got something due the next week, so let's get this done. My managers just handed me stuff to do, and like, do like 100 simulations of this different iterations in this program you've never seen before.
Okay, I was going to ask you if it's a software you've seen.
Well, it's Simulink, but like I used it for 2 weeks in the MATLAB class. So it's like, it was a lot of just teaching me like how to do the simulation and just me doing it all day. And then I come in the next day of work and like, I have no idea what I'm going to do today.
Gotcha.
And I meet with my manager, he'd like lay out what I'm doing. So it was interesting. I didn't expect that to happen. And then now I'm kind of in this weird state of, it's like, I'm starting this giant project that doesn't really have an end date, doesn't really need necessarily to happen. It's just kind of it's going to be, make things a lot more efficient for the engineers. So
gotcha.
I'm using 3 different programs to create a simulation to run
a single simulation.
Is
it like layered?
I don't really know. It's it's very complex. It's not like there's just one Simulink model. Like it's you know how I don't know if you remember, but in Simulink, if you can create these masks which you can have MATLAB code in it. And then within that mask, you can have a whole different set of Simulink stuff. So it just keeps going deeper and deeper.
Doing it.
Yeah. And I'm going to be using like Simulink and this program called AimSim, which is just Simulink, but it's more specific to like control systems and stuff like that.
Okay.
It can do like mechanical systems, electrical systems, and aircraft fluid tank systems, which is weird how it has that specific option.
Oh no, so it actually has the option. So it's not just like you can do that. It's like it has the option.
Like there's a whole a whole library of I guess they're called blocks. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's just basically just block coding, but like this whole library, and there's a section for specifically aircraft fuel tank systems, which is crazy. So
gotcha.
So a lot of learning and a lot of experimenting, and I don't know. It's.
Do you feel like you're using the stuff you learned in school through your internship? I feel like there's like this like thing where like we're expected to apply stuff we've learned, but it isn't always.
Right. I think the main thing about engineering school is just learning how to learn. Mm. And you're given tools and like concepts to pick up and that you're going to use, but like I'm not using pretty much anything I've learned. Like a lot of it's just learning what the simulation is and just kind of fiddling around and figuring it out, learning how to learn, learning how to experiment, learning how to put things together, that kind of thing.
Do you think that you, before you started engineering school, would be doing just as well in what you're doing right now? Or do you think?
Definitely not.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely not. I would be completely lost. So I don't know what I'm using, but I know I'm using something.
Okay. I don't know what I'm doing, but I know I'm doing it really good. How about you? What do you do on the day-to-day?
I don't know. Mostly just CAD. It's like, get a project from lead engineers, like, do this. It's like, nice. Cool. Nice intern project. Usually, like, make mock-ups in CAD, either 3D printed or, like, build it in real life. Go back and forth with, like, perfect certain things. Oh, we need to add this. We didn't realize a bolt was here. I think one of the biggest things I realized is, like, sometimes the smallest details can cause some of the biggest problems. It's like, at first I was creating my CAD files and be like, oh, I don't need any bolts or washers. And then it's like, I didn't know this had this much thickness because it didn't include the nuts, washers that were needed. So then it was like, the tedious kind of like put all those small things in. kind of goes back to that, like, I don't like being bored, but then I don't also like doing the same thing every day. It's like, well, you have to add in all that. It's like you get faster at it. And I guess it's that I like that learning of like, used to be doing a lot of hard work in school. So now like when I have to do like long, tedious work, AKA Calc 3, it was like, oh, well, I've done it before, much harder stuff. So now it's like, let's do it.
Yeah. I like how you pointed out the efficiency of learning how to do it quicker. Like that's literally all I'm doing is making the lives of the engineers easier. Like the UI of the current simulation in Simulink is absolutely horrendous. So that's the main reason I'm doing it, is because you have to go through and like go deeper and put in this number here, and then like you have to really know how to use the program, and it takes forever. And so it's just all about efficiency, really. And like where I work, you have to log your hours like little by the hour, by the 15-minute mark, I think. And you have to like cache it to a specific like just do a specific place to a specific project. And
your project.
Wow.
Yeah, the project has.
So you're budgeting your time, but like you're telling them where you were spending what time on. Okay.
Exactly. So like each project has an only specific amount of budget to allot to the engineers. So the more efficient you are, the less of that budget you're going to use, which I guess is mainly just better for the company, but like it's better for you as well, because you don't want to run out of money.
That's good.
and mid project, and you're like, oh, you have to scrap it because you took too long. So
right.
Do you guys feel like where you work, do you do a lot of interdisciplinary work, or is it like stereotypical
what
mechanical? We had to like cut out a lot of stuff, which is a lot of like outtakes. Anyway, Steve, what I was trying to ask you for the last
can't.
It had to be 20 minutes. It had to be 20 minutes.
The last 20 minutes. Do you do any interdisciplinary work?
Okay, sorry. That's where I interrupted and said he already told us that he did a ton of thermodynamic stuff.
That's true.
So,
but I feel like that goes to mechanical engineering.
It's not.
Okay, but then is the argument okay? Yes, but then would the argument not be that mechanical engineering kind of just covers a lot of the other disciplines?
I guess, but I mean, I feel like you do a lot of editing of videos at work. You know, coding, a lot of
media stuff. Coding.
You know, data analysts. Yeah, that's not mechanical, no matter how you slice it.
Right. So. Yeah, I don't think I really cross over, because it's a lot of like MATLAB and this program called AimSim, and just a lot of coding and that kind of thing. So
are you on a mechanical team? Like, is that your team, or is your team just for the whole project and that includes all the disciplines?
My team is the fluids, like the fuel tank team for a specific plane.
Did you get to choose
like
that?
It's no, well, no, they chose me. Okay. But like, I'm not mad about it or anything. Okay. Like, I was there, I interned at the same place last summer, and my manager is someone I've known personally for about 8 years, and that's probably the main reason I was able to get in, because he advocated for me. But yeah, he's my direct supervisor, so I speak to him multiple times a week, almost every day.
I think what I've heard so far, at least in a large portion of cases, is that a lot of people are getting jobs because they know people. Like, networking is very huge. Prevalent in the industry, for sure.
Yeah. I mean,
you and I got jobs because we knew. I don't know how much we want to talk about that, but
like, we knew. In short, we knew the owner.
Yeah,
like we ended up meeting him at and that was interesting.
We met him at university.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we can say that. That's fair.
Yeah, university, like we're British.
Wow. It's like we're don't get me started. Hey, don't get me started on the British.
Hey, year 3, it's really where it gets real.
Yeah. This is when these classes start trying to weed you out.
This is when the tea hits the floor.
It's a European joke. All right, it's a European joke. Wouldn't it be the tea hits the water? Are we not doing the tea party thing, or are we just assuming
I
feel like when the tea hits the water, the American version of that joke.
The American version of the joke
is when the tea hits the water. Okay. The British version is the tea hits the floor.
Okay, interesting.
That's because the Queen was shocked when America
they just dropped her interesting.
I think
the king. My bad. I'm American.
That is not in good taste. Did you know their queen just died?
Really? I had no. God save the queen. Well,
Yeah. Sorry. You're going to want to bleep that out because I don't think we're going to have any European viewers after that. So just bleep that part out and we'll
cut the whole queen thing out.
It'll be good.
Do you have viewers?
That's a good question.
Well, you're on here, so you're going to watch it.
Let's think about this in terms of someone watching.
I'm not watching it.
Well, you don't have to watch it. I didn't need you as a viewer. You can just please don't subscribe.
Your mom's going to watch it.
That's weird.
I'm not telling her about this.
You haven't told her?
I learned about it today.
Okay, we told a couple people at work.
Oh yeah. They were like,
it was pretty funny. Yeah. I can't even repeat. Okay, but I'm a good boy. I'm not gonna say it. But
one said he was eager to watch it.
One did say he was eager to watch it. And hey, listen, if you're listening, you know who you are, Rob.
We love you, Rob.
You said I was the funniest man in the world. I know you said it. You did say it, even though you took it back.
I think I heard him say it. I was the most handsome, though.
I don't think that happened.
No.
I'm pretty sure it didn't happen.
Anyway.
I had to be the bearer of bad news, but it's not real.
You bear a lot of bad news.
I do.
Anyway, Steve doesn't, though.
Back to Steve. Steve, do you bear bad news? You know what, Steve? You're taking a long time to answer. I don't.
Sometimes.
Yeah. He's not the brightest.
Sometimes.
That's what I want to ask. How is the adjustment from going to like school, doing the semester, to a 9 to 5?
Ooh.
I know like your hours are different, but like
Right.
a 9 to 5 type of like, are you liking a change of pace?
I mean,
or
hold on, point out that it's a 9 to 5 plus summer school.
right.
Oh, that's true. I mean, now that some classes started.
I was talking to my manager today. He was like, yeah, you have classes. You have a class, summer class, right? And then we're like, yeah, I have 3 of them. And he's like, dude, your summer's gonna be so busy. And I'm like, yeah, it's dumb because it's forced. And
yeah,
it's just
don't have
a terrible
option.
situation.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah,
what's your flexibility, like hours wise? Like, are they chill with you?
I can, within a 1 week period, I can work whenever, wherever I can work remotely. As long as I work 40 hours in a week.
So like all the programs on your laptop, your work laptop?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can work Saturday?
I could.
Okay.
But I work a part-time job on Saturdays.
Oh, you're still doing the one job?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a server for a restaurant.
Gotcha.
Because I long story short, I had to get it for the spring semester, and it's.
Is that
I remember you telling me about that.
It's for money. Like my car went kaput. I had to replace my transmission, and it just happened to be that I had to pay for it. I couldn't get a new car. It just made more sense to replace it. So I needed like $3,700, $3,800 to replace it. So yeah, I got a new job, and I'm keeping it just in case I can't work.
I like how like the realization you're like,
bleep that one.
You're doing so good too. I was like, man, this guy.
That's
is
the one. Yeah, the first time. That was good. Yeah. I'm just gonna say aerospace because.
Yeah, so bleep the one I said because then that everyone knows instantly.
What?
Because
I said. Also bleep both of those. Anyway, continue. It's fine if we have a.
Because if they know.
Well, I've already said.
So we have to bleep out this entire conversation now because you're.
I feel basis.
We already were going to cut. I mean,
that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Get it all out of your system.
He said he worked on planes.
It's such a huge company.
He said he worked on planes.
There's other places I work on planes.
It's such a huge company too.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Just say aerospace.
Yeah, aerospace. Okay. Yeah. I completely lost my train of thought.
You were saying that's what I was.
In case I can't work there in the fall and spring because it's just a summer internship.
Mm-hmm.
But there's literally people that I sit next to that have worked during the spring and summer and had fall and spring that have gotten their school paid for by the company and gotten 20 hours a week. They had to do 20 hours a week to
keep it. I know Sam is doing that. He'll be on the show sometime, but Sam has mentioned that he got his school paid for.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's the case. That would be awesome. Yeah.
But I know that the thing is the trade-off is your contract says you're locked in for at least 5 years.
Yeah,
so which is fine if it's already the place you want to work at.
I was gonna say it's fine if that's what you're wanting to get into.
I'm planning on staying there anyway, so
that's cool.
And it's such a huge company where I can just be anywhere. and do anything anyway. So
I think that's one difference when you ask them about how his hours are logged. It's like we work at a smaller company.
Yeah.
So it's
smaller,
very, very small.
well, okay.
You're like a big company. We're like
it's
a small company, different ends of the spectrum.
Yeah. Well,
No.
it's not like I can work at any time I want, because I like that the people I'm working for are there at certain times of the day. Like if I want to have meetings with them or talk with them, I've got to be there at the same time. So it's not like I can work I don't know, the night shift or something.
Right. Ours is similar. It's like same thing with the meetings. If there's a meeting, it's like of course you need to make sure you're at the meeting at that time. But other than that, it's like we have people.
For some of us,
again, the interns kind of had this like flexibility where it's like if we work on a smaller project.
I'm not going to lie though, for the first 7 months, I did not show up to a meeting and I did not know we had meetings. 7 months
I dragged him into the meeting.
7 months in, this guy's like, "Hey, are you coming to the meeting?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, we're a meeting? It must be something important." And he's like, no, we have them every week. Meeting. And I was like, "Wait, well, how many times?" He's like, "Twice." I was like, "So 2 times a week you guys are having a meeting and I have no clue why." He's like, "Yeah, obviously."
Jordan used to hate meetings. He'll just be sitting there and it's just like meeting starts and we'll walk out. He'll just be like,
I fall asleep every time.
My head almost hit the table during one meeting. We're having a full staff meeting, and I don't know, something about staff meetings just like make me nod off. And I was like, "Ooh." And one of the softer people saw, and they were just like, "You good, buddy?" It was like,
okay, I want to ask something. Is this? I don't really understand the vibe of this podcast. Is this like a serious? Because this has been serious tones most of the entire time, or is it supposed to be like joking around?
A combination.
Trying to make
we can do both.
Each other laugh.
No, I think, well,
we could just like
we can do whatever. Just bleep it.
Cut.
It's fine. Just
cameraman, can we get like a title card just being like laugh challenge? Thank you. Okay.
Wait, we have a laugh challenge?
Laugh challenge.
Like
do you
right
have
now?
an idea? Do you have it?
No. I was just like,
what's the challenge?
Who laughs last?
Who laughs last?
Yeah.
Is this like rapid fire? Like, can I just give like 10 jokes right now and make people
just
laugh?
shoot.
I'm going to lose immediately.
Yeah, you are. You're about to laugh right now. It's like, I can see your face. Anyway. Jordan, go.
Shoot. Dude, I'm on the spot right now.
Oh, yeah.
Normally, I'm pretty funny on the spot, but not right now. I'm on the line. Next? Who's next? You?
I was going to be like, that's what your girlfriend
As soon as
said.
I start speaking, I'm just going to start laughing. So I'm going to
keep talking, buddy.
I can sit here and be fine, but as soon as I tell a joke, ooh, I got one.
I don't know who you're lying to, but you are not fine. Who's next? You?
Oh, who ordered steak and shake?
I mean,
sorry.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
fine. Just give away
my girlfriend
locations
thinks
here.
I'm pretty fine.
They're everywhere.
Okay, speaking of which, I did not know that.
Steak and shakes are everywhere?
That blew my mind.
Why?
Literally last week.
They were a chain.
Okay, I was watching a YouTube video of guys racing motorcycles. This dude drives up to a Steak and Shake. I'm like, dude, it must be in my area. I'm Googling. I was like, oh, which Steak and Shake? This is freaking awesome. And I was like, wait, there's Steak and Shake. Oh, jeez, they're everywhere.
We have like the least amount, actually.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
The one I think you probably know the one I'm talking about. Close pretty recent. Not
a lot of
like
them,
5 or 6 years ago.
lot of them.
Like
a lot of them close. And it wasn't just like
It's not a great time
in our area. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great.
Not
Yeah.
good.
I
Steak
know.
and shakes are awesome, dude. They have
This
the
I'm not
best
gonna lie.
fries.
One of it sounds stupid, but one of the times I was like actually learning about engineering was like building their little cars. Like, you know, the kids' cars.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was like, I would
Holy
be like,
crap, that's a throwback.
I would just be like, just like, that was like,
Oh, it's so fun.
and I was like, what job allows me to do that all the time? And when I was like engineering, I was like,
Or
Wait. On this podcast right now, you're looking us in the eye and you're telling us the reason you got into engineering was Steak and Shake.
well, that was one of the foundational reasons. That was one of the first times I ever heard about engineering.
It's just
How do you just
Anyway.
this is the podcast where you can just start talking about nothing and just hit something so vital to someone's life. You both
deep.
laughed. I win. Now, I don't want
you
anyone...
laughed way before we did.
I
You
did not
did.
laugh about anything. What did I laugh
You
about?
did.
It was
totally
a fake
did.
laugh.
Very much
It was
did.
probably like,
Wow.
I don't care. Mine was a fake.
You think
laugh.
you think that was a passionate
You think
laugh?
that's a
Your
big
joke?
laugh?
There
Now
it
you
is.
got me. You got me.
You think
That's
that was
fair.
a passionate
But I already
laugh?
got both of you.
That was a pity laugh. That was
Wait.
what mine was. It was out of pity.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Ha, like that one. Ha ha. Pity. Anyway.
You calling me a fool?
You know what? I got a plan. I'm gonna make both of you laugh. I made the concept might just make you laugh in the first place.
Okay, probably.
I made now I told you that's probably
I
not
don't
gonna
think you
work
told
out.
me.
I feel like I should have my phone out as well.
My girlfriend knows I don't listen.
Oh?
I don't know.
You want to unpack
I don't
that
have a
or?
girlfriend. No, it's a.
He doesn't
it's-
do a lot of
it's
unpacking.
no.
We can cut that out too.
No, it's fine. Everyone on the
it's okay.
podcast can know I'm single. It's fine. I'm not beat up over it. It's not a big deal.
Are you
Okay.
sure?
If there's any single women out there, please hit me up.
It's all cut out. That's all cut out.
No,
that
keep
is
it
all.
in there.
That is all cut out.
All right.
What does that sound?
Those can't be real plants.
Is that?
Is that water?
It does sound like what? Wait, they're real? I'm so sorry.
Wait, hold on.
Oh my gosh, they're real.
Don't tear off pieces of it.
I thought, okay, that just blew my mind.
What? I thought that was plastic this whole time.
First off, I thought no one would ever go to the extent of watering that and planting that.
This place is awesome.
Wait, what?
Like the roots of it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's so cool.
That okay? I just had my mind blown. I have talked about this before. I want that in my house. I want that all over my house. Not a joke. Ceiling, floors, walls. I want to walk through
You just want to be in a tree.
like a jungle. Oh, okay. What if you set up your house like a tree house? The entire thing it felt like a tree house inside the
Podcast
house.
really is going off the chain, off the tracks. One could say.
That is true.
No relation.
No relation. We could be related.
No.
2 or 3 generations back. You don't think so?
You could be. You know what?
No, it's fine. You can make the joke.
We'll blurt it out.
We're all friends here. We're all
Go ahead,
friends here.
Jacob. Go ahead. I can take it. I can take it.
That's a lie. You can't take it.
My grandma took it anyway.
Oh, dang.
Hey, you gave it.
What'd you do to my grandma?
Nothing that can't be undone. Generationally.
No,
I don't know if that's-
Generationally, not
I don't-
like-
I don't know. That's how that works.
Look.
You can't just like. No, we only have to.
No one said no take backsies. All right.
I think,
That doesn't hold up in court or genetics.
Your Honor,
Yes.
he said no take backsies.
Oh, my bad. You're free to go.
All right, here we go.
Wait. 3, 2, 1. Now we're back.
What? No, I
we
want to
were
keep all
we
of
were
that.
back the whole time.
We're keeping all of that.
wrong
No,
with
please
None
get
of
rid of
that's
that.
gone.
Anyway.
You can bleep out any bad stuff he said,
just
which is
bleep
most
out
of what he
him.
said.
Just put a black bar.
right across his face.
I mean, it
right
won't
across
change
his
much,
face. You wouldn't
but-
see
There you
it.
go. Okay, I was
There's
like-
really no difference. Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Wait, is he? Oh, yes, he's. Yeah. he is.
Okay, there we
It's
go.
golden
It's just
hour.
They might think there's a black bar across it right now if there's not. But anyway, continue.
Can't be a part of this.
you all did this. You all did this. Just a
All right,
silhouette.
I pulled out my Chuck Norris
flowers.
Google Doc.
Chick Norris.
Your what?
My Chuck Norris Google Doc.
Okay.
He sent me one last week. He said Chuck Norris could divide by 0. I loved that one.
We got a couple here. Let's see. Chuck Norris is so fast he can run around the world and punch himself in the back of the head.
Interesting.
Chuck Norris has a grizzly bear mat in his room.
Mhm.
The bear's not dead; it's just too afraid to move.
Gotcha. That's fair.
Let's see. Chuck Norris went skydiving and his parachute didn't open, so he took it back the next day and asked for a refund.
Ooh,
That's good. That's pretty beast.
Chuck Norris.
That's, you know what? No, I take that back. That's the best one. That is the best one.
The thing is,
good.
I like how that one actually could take place. Like, have you
Right.
guys seen the video?
Couldn't.
Could.
Oh yeah.
well,
like
a
if you-
bunch of nets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you
Oh,
hit,
yeah,
like,
I've seen that, yeah.
fall
Okay.
to a group
Actually,
of trees.
several people have legitimately survived.
Yeah, so like if
Yeah.
you fall a group of trees, you'll break both legs.
You're supposed
but
to
it's
aim.
like
Yeah, you're supposed to aim
aim
for
for
the
the
trees.
trees.
Okay, this was stupid. I read this somewhere. I swear I did. I'm not making this up.
Okay.
First off, you're not supposed to hit water because it's like worse than.
Oh
yeah.
You're supposed to aim for a soft hill. Okay, I didn't make that up.
And just
A
like
soft hill.
You're
Like, how do
supposed
you fall to your death?
No, it was specifically like a meadow.
That looks soft.
It was specifically like a soft meadow.
All right, I guess if
Like
you
you're
see a lot
supposed to
of
hit
rocks,
grass, and I was like, how much? What's the grass supposed to slow you down? There's no
I
way.
guess it's better than if it is like a rocky hill.
Yeah.
I guess I get what
sure.
they're saying.
Yeah.
So like
Oh,
if it's like
If it's a soft hill, you
rocks
can
and
aim.
then-
You can if you have. I guess you have control. I don't know.
I guess so your body has
you have a
which is,
little bit
like,
of control.
tilt.
Yeah, yeah.
right,
or
but
something.
like if I guess if you've done it enough, you'll have
Right.
enough control to where you can like glide.
You know
in
what you
See,
need
I always
do
assume
it
this
almost
information is for
parallel.
people that like did not have it, just like never done it. Maybe I'm wrong.
That's why I just aim for the trees.
Right.
That's my backup.
But I feel like
You know,
I feel like the more you do it, the more complacent you'll
if
be.
I'm
And the
on
more,
a
like,
plane and the
you'll
door
do
stays
it-
open.
You'll do it like if it's your first couple times, you'll
Sure.
have people that'll make sure you're fine.
Yeah. Once you do it once, you're gonna remember.
Yeah. But like I mean, hundreds of times later,
Cut
you're
that
gonna,
out.
You're gonna get complacent. At some
we're
point.
cutting that out.
Okay, you really are cutting on a lot of stuff right now.
Oh, I didn't even realize what you said. I just did it.
Okay.
All right, I got a couple more.
Give me some more.
Let's keep going. Let's see.
I like how you guys are just cutting out all of my good jokes. You're like, it's over the line.
Well, I'm sorry. You drew the line.
What part of family friendly?
When did we ever say family friendly? Okay, you know what? Again?
It's cool though.
Yeah, but my thought is the floor not going to get soaking wet?
No, it has
No,
a trough.
it's got a.
That's what I was trying to show you the roots. Where it is, it's like it drips through it
Interesting.
in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, it's behind the roots.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love it. That's 100% going in my house. Like, end of story. I don't know if you guys have Pinterest.
No,
But-
I've seen his Pinterest board actually.
It is literally just that.
It's like just randomly cool stuff. It's like a sink that has rocks in it.
Yeah, okay, you
It's
have to
like-
check this out. I don't know if I can get you any of the photos to throw up, but
The camera people will figure it out.
they'll figure it out. I'm just going to hand them a bunch of work because they don't have a lot of stuff they're doing. They're pretty.
They have no lives.
They really have.
They
no-
only work for you.
They do. It's true. And
They wake up and they're like, what does Jordan need from me right now?
you know,
To serve Joe.
I feel like that's how most people should wake up in the morning, just wondering what they can do for me. But I'm not narcissistic, and I don't want you to believe that.
Sorry.
I won't believe it because you don't want me to believe it. That's why I won't believe it.
That's true. It's a Chuck Norris thing, honestly. I'm going to look through a couple of those.
Are you compare yourself to Chuck Norris?
I think
This is not what I imagined.
Your Pinterest board. Yeah.
Well, in the first place, you having a Pinterest board.
Thank you. I was like, I've never in a million years
Okay.
ever heard of anyone have a Pinterest board that wasn't for a
There's
house.
You know,
a
what
wedding.
this,
for a
you know what
house.
this reminds me of?
All right, fair. I guess
those
it's
are
like,
all
I mean,
home ideas.
Have you ever been to the Magic House?
Yes, love the Magic House. Love.
That's what like the netting reminds me of.
Okay, editor, throw up the photos of the netting because that's what he's talking
I
about.
need context for that.
Well, yeah, I can send you the photos afterwards.
I mean, like especially this one.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, that one, no,
That was
this one.
good.
Like the people just.
Yeah, no, but like
It's like, what are you going to put that? Your house
Right.
has to be almost as big as a
You're gonna make
living room.
your house a jungle gym.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
has to
no,
be as
100%.
big. It has to be as big as our studio. It's
Yeah.
like,
Bigger than this? Oh, it'll be bigger than this easily.
Our
Okay,
studio.
hear me out. Actually, this is interesting.
it's
This
our
is,
studio. I'm sorry.
Hold on.
I mean, you are a guest.
Oh,
this
okay,
actually
yeah,
is pretty
gotcha.
close to what I would want my house to look like. I want this right here.
is cool.
I want this to be blown out. That just goes. Like that's gone.
Oh, you can see like the outside.
No, it's just gone. Like this is open. Everything we're standing in right now is
there's
open.
just no glass.
No ceiling. So the thing is like a U.
Gotcha.
So it's like that right there comes around that square, back here, and just ends. It's like a horseshoe.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and the center's like a little garden type thing, like greenery.
So
like
it's
that.
It's just outside.
Yeah, no, we're on the outside right now.
Okay.
But it would be glass, fully glass. Both sides completely glass, clear. And the outsides of that glass. So this is actually, surprisingly, this is almost exactly what I imagined when I thought of what I wanted my house to look like.
Do you like a lot of glass, Steve?
I don't think I will be rich enough for that.
Speaking of, sorry, not to take away from that, but like engineers make money, but it's not as much as like,
It's not the best. It's not what you think.
Yeah.
right. I feel like the stereotype is like you make like $100K right off the bat. Not that there's not any that do that, but it's like,
Well, I guess it really depends on where you live, though.
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Because right around here, it's like the starting pay is $60,000 right out of
So yeah,
university.
60 something, which is I feel like that's good.
Well, yeah.
I feel like if you find a good company, you can work out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But I feel like from high school, from just starting out in college before we really got into the program and like know what they're offering us, like what I was being told was not $60,000.
Yeah, I was told like maybe 90. Right,
I was told like 90. Like
was like a
That's
low
end.
Low end.
Really?
no,
For any
that-
engineer, I heard like 90.
That's where I heard from everyone. That was like word on the street. That was what teachers were telling me. That's what like it was like.
Yeah.
You are gonna make.
See, I had
good
no
money.
expectations.
Like when people like hear engineer, they're all like, "Oh, all that money." It's like not that they don't make money
I've had people say that
eventually, but it's
before,
like
I just
gonna
knew what I
be
was good
a
at in
long
school.
time.
So
Huh?
I just knew what I was good at in school. I was like, how do I combine physics, math, and creativity? Engineering.
I was gonna say, I know we don't have a lot of time
I'm
left.
waiting
but I was
for
like,
the creativity
that
part.
was... Sorry, that's
I was gonna
Still waiting on
say. Pretty much all you do all day is just simulation now. So it's like math.
It's not even math. It's just like it's just a whole separate category on its own. I guess
It's almost like the logical thinking.
It's
of
the
how you give
logical
math.
part of math, but that's basically it.
Which is interesting. It's like we do all this math. It's like you're right there underneath a math minor. It's like one class over.
Yeah.
You have it. Then it's like,
Yeah, I got a math
Yeah.
minor because I took one easy class.
yet here we are, and it's like no math.
Right. I don't remember how to do any math.
Or like the people who do the math are like the people who are really getting paid as like the higher engineers. Like
Right.
we trust them with the math, and then you give us a basic bone structure that would build it off of.
It's interesting what we're given that's like, go do it all yourself.
Yes.
Versus what we're given that's like, you can have a hand in it, but like, we're going to do the math. Like, because some of it is like not what you would think. They'll hand you something where it's like, oh, I should not be doing that.
Right.
Yes.
So they're like, no, it's fine, whatever. Just like, it makes something. And you're like,
I was working on this one project, and I was like, if I don't do this right, lives could be forever. Like people could die. This is not working.
No, straight
And then
up,
there's
yeah.
like, oh yeah.
I was doing flammability testing. If I got the simulations wrong, is like, this feels fine. Let's fly into this thundercloud, and then they get struck by lightning and explodes. And it's because I did my calculation slightly wrong.
did you ever think when you heard names of companies, which I'm not going to say, but if you heard names of companies, that you would think stuff was being done by their interns that were literally they were
Right.
still in?
Okay, to be fair, it's checked all the way up. Like nothing I'm making, nothing I'm doing
fair.
isn't being going.
Fair.
with
It is.
I think it,
Don't
like,
give the wrong
It,
picture.
it goes the
but
wrong
it's still
way.
like
It still goes the same way though. It's like
you almost would expect it
Like
more.
an intern did
or-
this,
Yes.
had a hand in this.
Like if you had told a
an
customer
intern
that
created this,
yes.
or like did a chunk of it. And
Yeah.
yes, it was checked by someone who knew what they were doing, but like this was created by an intern.
someone is
Yeah.
flying the plane and it's like the intern did a simulation for this. That's like other people
Right.
like check it, but it's like
there was
Imagine seeing
there was an intern last summer who did simulations of that's all he did all summer was simulations of people ejecting from fighter planes.
That's the most terrifying thing I've ever heard. That I'll never fly.
so I just imagine like that's when they pulled the trigger.
Right.
No, I'm imagining someone in a
they
dogfight.
like
It's just like,
hit the
Dave,
roof of
pull
the
your
fighter
shoes.
jet.
Because it doesn't pop out this
Like that's
captures
part of
pop
it.
off.
It has to pop up or some you
Yeah.
can't. I think there's a reason you can't go down. But
Eject down?
yeah,
Okay. I actually don't know.
I think there's a reason, but yeah, it's great. Like
That's a good question. There must be a reason because I
What
know
if it,
that
like-
helicopters don't
What if
eject down.
what if it, like, you hit your head,
They
though?
can't go up
Yeah,
because of the blades.
What if
So
you-
yeah, I guess there's a reason they can't.
What if you hit your head though? You way down. Like I guess if you're
On
moving
the
this
way
way,
down?
if you're moving this way and you're going
oh, it
down,
hits the back of your head.
right. But if you're going up, it'll like move your seat. If I can say it that way,
It clip
I
your
don't-
seat.
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, but that's just immediately came to mind.
It
But
might-
if something
it might
did
be-
come
you know
wrong.
what? It might be because if they're like gas based or like fire based or whatever, if it comes out the top like near your head, that might cause more problems or something. Than if it
Right?
was coming
There-
up a little.
yeah, I feel like it's just but like trajectory
Heads are
and where you're
sensitive.
landing,
That's might be the best engineering thing you've ever said.
A quote. We have a thing like a calendar. It says like quotes, quotes that you can't believe you said. It's like
Yeah.
we can't share all the quotes anyway.
There's some pretty great. Actually, you know what, editor, you're gonna bleep this out. This is your cue. Bleep right here. Bleep this out. Okay. The quote is my best quote is.
I know one of my favorites of his. You can bleep this out if you want.
I'm just thinking about the context of that.
No, it was
He
exactly.
was.
what it
They
sounds
will make it worse. He was referred to a specific employee when he said that.
No, I mean
Yes.
like our like okay. I'm thinking about not the context, the logistics of the situation.
How that's gonna go down?
interesting.
How that's going to go? Like, are you
You can
presenting,
bleep out parts of this that give information on what the joke was.
or are you?
Here's what. Okay, you know what? I'll just tell the story, and you can bleep out everything that like actually gives away something. So basically, I was, and
He's straight. By the way. I like. What that was the only bleeped out part. He's straight. By the way.
it's that.
It just looked at the camera. It's like,
Everyone knows exactly what was said just by the context. It's like, oh shoot.
and you're just like.
I'm just like, look,
He's
guys.
straight.
Okay. Anyway, so there I was again,
Sure.
and he was. He was.
We've all been there.
Yeah. Okay. But
If
not,
it sits on as in,
Okay.
so like he was playing it off. And I don't remember exactly.
I do that all the time.
it's a court case. That's what it is. It's a court case waiting to
He
happen.
said no takes backsies.
He's leaving the company.
He did it. He did it. Not this time.
It's going. This goes on for like I don't know, like 10 minutes. Actually, it's several weeks, but it's like a joke going back and forth. Actually, you know what? Actually, the guy.
The drastic difference
Actually,
between 10 minutes and 2 weeks.
5 minutes before we have to head out to what? Oh,
Yeah.
it is Boaz's party. We're not going to say what it's for because we can't say that, but it's his party.
Double check how far.
By the way, you can cry if you want to, and no one's going to say anything.
It's this nerd holiday.
Yeah,
Like you won't even get it.
Anyway, so
Get it.
so anyway, I'm whatever. I'm doing this. No, go ahead. Just destroy the audio. It's not a big deal.
That's true.
Oh, have fun. Bye.
Okay.
Can you walk off quicker? Because right now you're just wasting podcast time. Okay. Okay. He's still walking, by the way, for the viewers. There's a squeak of a door.
The door is going to
That's surprisingly slow. Here we go. Okay, the door's closing.
And there it is. Yeah.
Door's it's swinging now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
back and
Yeah.
forth.
It goes both ways. Yeah.
Yeah. He's walking. The whole room is glass, by the way, so I can just like he's still
You're just
he's still
watching
going.
him. Yeah. There you
He's
go.
still
He's gone.
Wait, he's going the wrong direction.
Yeah. He's going to
There's
walk
not even a
back.
bathroom that way.
Yeah. He's just going
He's
to walk back.
He's walking back.
I'm just going to wait.
Anyway, back to the story. So anyway, after I did this with this person,
For 2 weeks.
yeah, it was probably longer than that. I'll tell you the story because
You went from 10 minutes
well,
to
hold
2
on.
weeks.
Well,
so
this was
quickly.
like 10 minutes at that specific moment, right?
I got you.
So I walk behind another coworker and I just stand behind him, and he had been kind of laughing at the whole situation and whatnot. And I stand right behind him, and I was looking at Boaz, who was right there, and I was standing right behind him, and I just say in like kind of a not a whisper, but like a low voice, I'm just like, just exactly like that, and he just busts out laughing, and he's like, "What the heck, dude?"
Yeah. Yeah, that's not great.
You know, it starts from the top. Were you there for the tour?
No.
You didn't get to go to the tour?
No.
Okay, well, let's just say this
is working.
Yeah, some people at the company were making some interesting things they were saying.
Really?
You can bleep out exactly who I'm about to say, who said it.
Oh.
He, wow, why do we have to bleep out so much stuff?
I don't.
Bleep out what I'm about to say. Hold on. He's coming in. He's walking in.
He's coming out?
Oh. Tonight? Or like Okay, let's wrap this up real quick. I'm going to finish the joke.
Okay.
Boaz is saying we have to go. So wrap this joke up real quick. It's all going to be bleeped, so you're going to lose it. Basically, what happened was the devices that we work on have a sign that says, and you have to bleep this out, and it is not what it sounds like, but it refers to a action that the device has to go through.
Okay.
And so bleep this out. In front of the entire tour, he just looks up at it. He's giving like a whole explanation, like really in depth, like very like detailed. He's giving this whole explanation to the crowd. He looks over and he just looks at the text. He reads it out loud, and then he just goes, good advice. That is, don't take, he's like, don't take that sexually.
After work activities.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with my after work activities.
After work fantasies.
After work fantasies? Is that what he said? He's like, that has nothing to do with my after work fantasies.
That is a phrase that would never ever have like come out of my mouth.
Okay.
Yes. And that was the moment I knew these jokes, this company culture, it comes from the top. So I don't know if we have an outro for this. We've talked
later.
Yeah, there's a lot of clippable stuff. We got to make it later because we got to get out of here for
7 minutes away.
7 minutes away to Boaz's party. It's going to be lit. Any single women out there, we have some stories about Boaz. It's going to be good. You're going to love it. He is a bachelor right now.
And that's why his name is Boaz.
Exactly.
This thing comes out.
Yeah, that's true. So thank you for watching. If you are watching, if you see below the video and it says like three people viewed this video,
Make it
that's
4.
not a mistake. That's true. Make it 4.
Make it 5.
Make us smile. Look at that man. He has not smiled. I won't give it a smile.
Only you can make Steve smile.
Steve is.
We know it's Steve.
He grew up in an orphanage. He did not get a lot of people making him smile as he grew up. In fact, all the families, when they came in to get a kid, he was always the last one. And
You know what? Just bleep as it closes.
Just bleep.